Do you love to see the things that other people are loving? Stay tuned for my quarterly favorites. Hi, this is Katie from Crafting Ruby Dreams, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about planners, goal setting, writing, publishing, and getting right with my finances. So we are just going to dive right into my quarterly favorites. These are things that I have either discovered in January, February, or March, or are things that I have been routinely using and they are just making my life that much better. There are some things that I've been watching added in, and I hope if you haven't seen these already, you will find a way to watch them and tune in because of the joy that they have brought me. So we are going to start right away with the first thing. You may notice that my hair is down. I have not usually kept my hair down, and towards the end of 2020 it was a problem in that I was back in Chicago, so it was fairly dry air because of winter. It was dry air because of my parents' furnace and heating system, and it was just getting to be really not great. And so the shampoo, which was a combination shampoo and conditioner that I was using, it wasn't doing what I needed it to do. My hair felt very dry and very frizzy and just really needed some love. So I put out on Instagram, hey, what are everybody's favorite shampoo and conditioners for, and I made a point to say fine hair, and my hair is not thin. Really, it's definitely gotten thinner as I've gotten older, but it is very fine, and it can be deceptively thick. So, and I was also really stressed, so there were patches that were starting to look a little bald, so I wanted to just support the stress. And so Nunu Plans over on Instagram, you should totally give her a follow. She is fabulous. Recommended Briogeo. And I decided to just go and get a whole bunch of things. So I got a couple of their face masks. I've got their Don't Despair Repair shampoo and conditioning mask. And then I got regular shampoo and conditioner. And what I'm showing is the spray-on leave-in conditioner. And all of those have been working really great, and my hair is feeling very healthy. It's not as frizzy due to the dryness, and I'm also drinking a lot more water, so I'm just really happy with the way my hair is looking these days. I still primarily wear it up just because it's been a while since I've had it this long. It's seriously been a long while, but overall, it's like when it is down, I am happy with the way it is. So Briogeo, if you're not familiar with it already, it's a natural hair company, so they're paraben free and all of those other not great things to have in hair products free. And they also serve all types of hair, and so if you've got curly hair, definitely give them a check because they probably have a product for you. Next up, related to living in a very dry winter and dry house, is EOS lip balm. I don't know that I would have been able to get through this winter without EOS, and even when drinking water, drinking water by itself does not keep my lips hydrated, so putting on the lip balm, I love this particular lip balm because it is just so easy to use, so easy to apply. The little balls are a little something to get used to, but I just love the feel of the balm. I love the scents, particularly honey apple, which I think you can do a search for online. I've been having trouble finding them in the store. I did find them in Target. That's how I was first introduced to this particular one, but it's been great. So I'm really enjoying how it keeps my lips hydrated, in addition to all the water I'm drinking, as well as the general feel and the scent of it. It's great. Next up in my list of quarterly favorites, Making Messes Co. They are an Etsy shop that make clay earrings, and I'm really loving the shapes and designs that are available. I was introduced to this shop by a friend of mine from the romance community who is personal friends with the shop owner, and these are just, to me, my style, gorgeous. If this is the style of earring that you like, you definitely need to check it out. The other thing is that they've got a wide variety of shapes. They have dangles, they have some not dangles, they have some studs. So if you like clay earrings and like supporting small shops on Etsy, definitely go check out the offerings from Making Messes Co. This is a particular service, so it may not be available in the area where you live, but they are seriously one of my top favorites for the quarter because of how easy they were able to make the moving process for me as I transition apartments in DC, and it is MakeSpace. I found this out after I had already booked the service, but they're actually a division of a company that specializes in information storage and security, and so as a librarian, that parent business is fascinating to me, but I am just so pleased with MakeSpace and how easy they made the process of getting an estimate and booking the service. We did run into some issues the day of picking up my stuff and moving it out, but what moving day doesn't have complications and issues? The staff members were both very professional and were wonderful, and they were able to efficiently and protectively get my stuff out of my apartment. So very thankful to them and MakeSpace team in general for what turned out to be a reasonably easy move out of the apartment. So we'll see how things go on the move into the next apartment. Now we have Notique. You may remember my laptop tech sleeve from the haul that I did a little while ago. I am really enjoying both the sleeve as well as the planner. I have not used the wallet as of yet, but for as much as I am really enjoying the planner cover as well as the tech sleeve, I have no doubt that I will enjoy using the wallet when I'm ready to use that. So the material is wonderful. It fits my laptop perfectly. The planner is also great, and I'm just getting used to using a planner cover like that again, but that's the planner that I brought out with me to DC to help keep everything organized, and I've just really enjoyed using it. So this video will post on Tuesday, March 30th, and if you're watching it on Tuesday the 30th or the day of Wednesday the 31st, go check out Darian Plans because she is hosting VJ, the founder of Notique, on her Planning Together series, which airs on Wednesday nights at, I believe, 8 p.m. Eastern or 7 p.m. Eastern. I forget. I lose track of time. Go check out Darian's Plans YouTube channel and it will give you the time. Something else that I discovered this quarter and have fallen in love with is Nothing Bundt Cakes. If you are in the United States or Canada, they do have franchises all over both countries, primarily in suburbs, I believe, of major cities or major-ish cities. So you should go on their website, which is nothingbundt, B-U-N-D-T, cakes.com, and you can look to see what's in your area. They will do deliveries. That's how I discovered them. I was setting up a delivery for a coworker who was retiring, and I figured, oh, these look delicious. Let me go see if there's one nearby. And there's one literally around a corner from one of my brother's houses. And so I went over there and tasted the goods, and oh, they were so fabulous. I hope they bring back their salted caramel cake at some point because that was just so delicious. Next up is a show that I was fully aware of before January, but I didn't really start watching it until like end of January and into February. And I watched about 4 episodes of Ted Lasso, and it was wonderful. And I couldn't wait to get back to it, but just timing with various things, it just didn't work out. So this past Saturday night, my mom, who was watching it with me, we decided to watch an episode or 2. We ended up binging the last 6. It was just that good and I cannot wait to watch it again, and I'm just in awe of Brett Goldstein, who is the executive story editor and plays Roy Kent on the show. So he is just fabulous, and he also has a podcast that I'm going to be checking out because if you're a writer, he's got his stuff going, and am looking forward to learning more from him and analyzing Ted Lasso from a story point of view and the way that he pulls the viewers through the story. My sister binged it in one day. I couldn't get away from binging it. I was trying to savor it, but it just pulls you in. You just want to know what happens. And I just love the characters so much and how it treats all of the characters. Even, well, no, there's like one ultimate bad guy who, he's an ass. But the person on the team who is kind of set up not necessarily as the bad guy as much as the antagonist, it treats him with kindness too, and you understand where he is coming from, and it's not cheap the way he's presented. There is one particular scene that basically is the manifestation of a story that he tells in a previous episode. So you are prepared for it happening, even though it's still like a bit of a shock to actually see it happening. And it's really short and it does not go too far, but if you have any issues with parental abuse, that might be a trigger point. And the story happens about midway through the season, and then the actual happening of it is in the last episode. So just as a heads up, in case that's an issue for you. But otherwise, it was so wonderful. The other show that I want to talk about that just gave me absolute joy was Stanley Tucci Searching for Italy, which aired on CNN. Season 1 is currently over with, but if you can access the CNN app, you should be able to watch it on demand. And I definitely recommend that you do so, and watch out for season 2 because there will be a season 2. We just recently found that out. The joy that he brought to his presentation of the cuisines that he encountered and the people he encounters, and also for somebody who took Italian in college and has been using Duolingo for about, I forget how long now, but steadily for a little over a year, actually a little over 15 months. It was just kind of fun to realize, I'm like, oh wait, no, I understand native speakers to a degree, at least those who are appearing on this show. So it was really great that I was able to understand what was being said, and then having the subtitles basically confirm that what I had heard I was interpreting it correctly. The thing that has been able to keep me on track with what I have been wanting to do, as well as giving me space to reflect on what my intentions for the week were and how I am living life as I try to process a number of different things at this point. It is my Moxie Life Planner. I honestly don't know that I would be where I'm at this point in the year without this. It has just worked completely for me. I'm not going to say that it's the only planner I use, because I do use other planners for other purposes, but this is my core planner that I turn to, and it is the one that helps me guide my decisions with my life. I want to go deeper. I do still want to incorporate things that I learned from HB90. I haven't quite done that yet, but it is, those two goal setting systems are what speak to me and make sense to my head, and I am just really enjoying digging in, and the constant check-ins, that's something that I've found for goal setting systems is what is absolutely necessary for me. And I've honestly also enjoyed playing around with memory planning for the first 3 months. I am going to continue doing that for the foreseeable future, but I have also started kind of like mentally playing around with, what if I pre-plan, and trying to figure out how to make pre-planning work for me in a way that works well with my head. Because there are a lot of things, it's like I set it in stone, but I'm also not going to necessarily follow exactly how I've laid it out on the page. And so that's why other planning systems and pre-planning didn't stick with me. And so I'm still sorting that out and figuring how to do pre-planning that works with my head and in a way that it's also fun. Speaking of memory planning, I have also been greatly enjoying the 2021 Celebrations collection from Chrissy Ann Designs. It is just cheerful. It adds an extra layer of whimsy to however I do my memory planning spreads. I love how inclusive it is. This weekend I happened to tell Kristen directly how much I have really enjoyed using it because I had highlighted it in my Instagram stories during my Sharing Sunday, and so she responded to my tagging her, and I just was so grateful for the opportunity to tell her how much it has just given me joy. So if you are at all interested in Chrissy Ann Designs, this will go back on sale on Friday, April 2nd, and you should be able to get your hands on it, hopefully not quite when this video posts, but very soon after. The other planner company that just gives me sheer joy is the Coffee Monsters Co. This is a planner that Helen designed and included as part of the 5th anniversary bundle. I was able to get one of the ready to ship bundles, and I'm so thankful, but it is just a joyful product. It's a joyful community that they've built in their Facebook group. I love supporting someone who's so young and yet so creative and has built such a successful business and obviously has a very supportive family. So if you're at all interested in planner stickers and you love little characters, you need to go and see the Coffee Monsters Co. Someone else who is bringing me joy and happens to also be Canadian like Helen is Vivian K. Vivian is actually a Ghanaian Canadian, and as she immigrated with her family to Canada when she was a very young child. Vivian is the founder of a hair company for Black women called Kinky Curly Yaki, and she has also been a presence on social media for a while now, and she has also trademarked What Would Chad Do? And so you need to go check out her Instagram, which is at It's Vivian K. That is also her Twitter handle. She is also on TikTok as at It's Vivian K, I believe, as well as her YouTube channel, which I believe is just Vivian K. It's Kaye, and she is just joy and truth-telling, and if you're at all interested in personal development as well as business development, you cannot miss her. You need to check her out. And get What Would Chad Do? T-shirt and other merchandise available. Speaking of personal development, you have heard me mention Better Faster Academy multiple times. They are the group that I work with for coaching in Clifton Strengths, and I've just learned so much from them over the last year as well as the last 3 months. They are really supportive of the community that they are building, as well as providing information through the QuickCast, which is the YouTube channel run by Becca Syme. So if you're at all interested in Clifton Strengths, and especially if you're a creative of some sort, you need to go check them out. Both the website, which is betterfasteracademy.com, as well as YouTube, which I believe is under Becca's name, Becca, Beccasyme, Syme. And it's titled The QuickCast, so you should be able to do a search for The QuickCast. Next up is one of my favorite pens of late, and that is the Sharpie S-Gel pen. I particularly like it in the 0.7 tip, but I have also found love for the bold 1.0 tip. The fine point 0.5 is a little scratchy, and I tend to prefer to use an Energel Clean-It if I'm going to use a 0.5, especially in black. The fun thing is they also have purple ink in 0.7 in addition to the black, red, and blue that are more widely available, but they also now have metal barrel 0.7 black ink pens that I recently got and found on staples.com. So I just have really been enjoying it and how rich the ink saturation is, and I'm hoping that they come out with other colors like purple, not just like purple family, but like green and orange and yellow and just more variety of color. So we'll see what happens with that. The other quarterly favorite that I have on this list is the Container Store's foldable stacking bookshelves. These are bookshelves that I actually purchased, probably a good 15 years ago when I was living at home with my parents full-time and working full-time as a librarian. And I had these and another set which are now with me in DC in my bedroom, and they are just great. We have lost the connector hardware since I moved out to Iowa and back, so everything got a little lost. But my parents currently have this attached with zip ties because that is my father. But we have cleared this particular set of shelves mostly off since I'm going to be home for another 2 months doing distance telework, and it's just been so great to have access to these shelves. They're so incredibly useful, and I really love how well constructed they are and how easy they are to move around. They are a little heavy, but being able to have them fold up, they're just so easy to do. So I highly recommend these bookshelves from the Container Store. This color I don't think is available anymore. I think now they just have a darker color as well as possibly a white, but it will all be linked below. If you've missed anything, everything will be linked below. If you have any questions, please drop those in the comments. And if you have found anything in this video useful, please like it. Quick update on my April schedule. I am right now shooting for just putting up videos on Tuesdays, so going down from 2 videos a week to 1 a week. I'm kind of hoping I can squeeze an extra one in here or there, but for my sanity as I deal with some things, nothing bad. I just need to work on getting a better handle on various processes and other things, and hopefully to also try to build up a little bit of a backlog so I can get back ahead again rather than filming and editing and uploading the night before. Not so much fun. So look for videos on Tuesdays, and if you are already subscribed, hit the bell to be notified so you know exactly when those videos are posted. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button now and then that bell again to be notified of when future videos are available. If you have any questions whatsoever, I love hearing from you. If you have any suggestions on what I should be doing videos on, please include those in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you spending your time with me and inviting me into your space. I truly appreciate how valuable that is. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and may all your dreams be ruby dreams. Bye-bye.